Greetings, everyone from the book club. Today I read Joe Hill, Heart-Shaped Box. This is one of my Halloween books I was reading, and I'm going to round it up to 5 stars from 4.5 stars. I mean, it's very good. It's not my favorite book, but worthy of 5 stars. Joe Hill is turning out to be one of the best writers. I think he's better than Stephen King, maybe. The Nosferatu was great. Fireman was great. This one's great too. I've got Horns. I haven't read it yet. And he also wrote this one, 20th Century Ghosts. And I don't know what else he's written. But this one, the cover explains it pretty good. Aging death metal rock god Judas Coin. He's a collector of the macabre cookbook for cannibals who used Hangman's Noose, a snuff film. But nothing he possesses is unlikely or as dreadful as an item he learns is for sale on the internet. For $1,000, Jude will become the proud owner of a dead man's suit said to be haunted by a deceased restless spirit. So his manager or whatever buys this suit. It's supposed to have a ghost in it online. It's like knockoff eBay. And it turns out it's a real ghost. It's this guy. Somebody's stepfather. He looks like Charlton Heston. He has like this pendulum, and he'll swing it. It's like super like scary, kind of a villain kind of character. It's a ghost story. Goes really good with Halloween. But then you find out that the stepfather, the daughter, is actually the sister of a girl he used to date. So she intentionally sold him this ghost so he wouldn't be able to get rid of it so that the stepfather could get revenge on him. Because the girl he used to date cut her wrist and killed herself. So her name was Florida because she was from Florida, and he just gives his girlfriends nicknames from wherever state they're from. So now he's dating this girl named Georgia, whose real name is like Mary Beth, whatever. So they both get haunted by this ghost, and the ghost has like these marked out scribbly marks over its eyes. It's really scary looking. It's described as being like that. And it also is like an old man. He was in Vietnam. He like specialized in like psychological warfare, and he's a hypnotist as his job. Pretty scary. Looks like Charlton Heston. He has gray hair, had a fedora. He's constantly like doing stuff with his hat, and he keeps like, this is one of those ghosts that like other people can see it. It's not just in your own mind. And he also has this old pickup truck that he can kind of like drive it around, and he can even like smash it into other people's cars and like do physical stuff. So it's like pretty hardcore. But then there's this cool thing about dogs have like their own shadow ghost inside of them or something. Like, you know how dogs can see dead people? So the dogs keep him safe because they bite the ghost when the ghost runs. So he kind of is safe as long as he stays near his dogs. Then he kind of has to go on the run, and he goes to like confront this girl that's the stepsister. And then his dogs like get into a situation where they don't quite make it, and he becomes in danger again. And then there's like this twist where you find out that the girl that killed herself didn't really kill herself. Spoiler alert, by the way. The stepfather had been molesting her, and I think the other girl too. And he's a hypnotist, so he would like hypnotize her so she wouldn't remember it. But eventually she starts like starting to remember, and he thought she left because he kicked her out or something. But she was really going to like threaten them and say she's going to use the Rockstar guy's lawyers to like put them in jail, and that's why they killed her. And now the father, did he die on purpose so he could haunt her? He knew about ghosts too, like something in Vietnam. He learned how to like communicate with ghosts, because they were saying like in Vietnam, the reason America lost the war is like the soldiers' ghosts of Americans would like float up into heaven or whatever, and the Vietnamese had like unfinished business, and they would like, their ghosts would stay and keep fighting. Pretty scary stuff. There's also like this doorway he opens at the end with blood. And like the spirits drag you down into hell with them, sort of, and like pretty cool stuff. Yeah, highly recommend this. I thought there was an Indian kind of a theme to it when I first bought it, but there wasn't anything to do with Indians. I don't know why I thought that. Must have read it somewhere. I'm also reading another one of those Sookie Stackhouse novels, and I'm halfway through it. It's pretty good too. Very technical though. Somebody like burns her house, her kitchen, and it's like it talks a lot about like contractors and like how much money she has and like making arrangements. And it's like not just supposed to be about vampires and werewolves. She's like hiring contractors, and we're learning about like everyday life stuff. Still pretty good though. I like that kind of stuff. I like when stories tell you like how characters are paying for their exploits.